Hell yeah! Welcome, my friend, for the first time to our Quebec radio show, Prescription Punk Rock. I'm going to do introduce yourself. Who the hell are you?
I am actually Cory, the singer vocalist for Breathing Theory.
Welcome for the first time, man. It's really huge honors because that project's been going on for many years. But maybe for people in Quebec that never heard about you guys, how that project started up.
So this story always gets me in trouble because it takes forever to tell it. So I'll just have to summarize and kind of nutshell it. But basically, long story short, your classic tale. I was a high school kid that decided, I was already super interested in guitar and I had been playing guitar for years. And I knew as a young kid that I wanted to do, I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to start a rock band, but I never really started the momentum until like high school. And then just slowly but surely, man, like kept pushing, just kept pushing and talking to the right people, working with the right people. So it kind of took shape, shortly after, or maybe around the time I graduated. But then, in my like early 20s is when we started like hitting the scene, like playing shows and trying to get the music out there. And we recorded the Parasite EP and started like really taking a turn for like being serious. And then I literally just kept trying to follow those breadcrumbs, man. Like I knew that I wanted to be like on tour. I knew I wanted to keep spreading our music out. So we just kept going, man, further and further down the rabbit hole, and here we are, all these years later.
Yeah, because it's such a crazy ride when you think about it, but you deserve it. It's cool that since the beginning, the plan was there and you just follow, the line that you guys draw and you did it your own way. And that's the thing. And what I love and find interesting is that there's so much influences through the music that you bring something really original, something different. And I think that's what people were looking for. And I think that's why it really hit the scene and people were like, wow, man, I love that project. It's different. And I think that's what we're looking for now.
Well, see, as a writer, as an artist, like yeah, there's definitely a lot of bands and stuff that I listen to that definitely inspire me. But my thing was I didn't want to fall back into like a category of like sounding too much like any other band. So I just literally just take a little bit from like, if I really like the way, like if I really like this style of vocal, like, for instance, Chester Bennington, like he uses a lot of like gritty chest, mid, like it's kind of like upper chest, mid throat kind of like screams. Um, and I know that I like that style. So if I'm ever like writing a song and I throw that in there, that's just me kind of playing tribute to that influence. But I don't stay only on that one style. I'll trickle that in where it's safe and feels natural and then go back to something else. And I think over longevity that we've figured out a formula to kind of pull all those influences together. So I definitely appreciate that, man. You're picking up on something we're doing right.
Yeah, because I've been following you since many years and the evolution is really interesting. But as you mentioned, the thing is, I don't remember the artist and I find it interesting saying, if you copy just one artist, you're just, you stole something. But
Hmm.
if you copy like hundreds of things that you love, you just know your thing.
Yeah, and it allows you, I mean, especially me as a vocalist, because you know as well as I do, like every vocalist kind of gets branded, and you become like you become the brand or the formula for that band. I mean, think about Scott Stapp for Creed. Like you can't not think about Creed without hearing Scott Stapp's voice in your head. So it's like I just in my own flavor, in my own concoction, I was just like, I'm gonna take all these elements that I like as a vocalist and that I like as a musician, because at the end of the day, I tell my guys all the time, like, if you guys are just writing music to write music, but it's not inspiring me as the founder and the vocalist of all of this, like what direction are we headed? Then you're just jamming music, and I'm not really connecting to what you're writing. So we literally all always try to bring it back to a vibe that inspires like a feeling or an emotion. And my guys are real good about, like, if they'll throw something at me and I like, hey, do that again because I just got a cool idea. And then like I'll run with that idea and start to it's almost like your dude's walking up putting a little, a couple strikes on a canvas, and then I see kind of something in their strikes, so I start painting away, you know what I mean? And it kind of helps take shape as the feeling is developed, I would think.
It's cool because a lot of band lost their self in the process, and it becomes really kind of a job where the magic doesn't happen anymore. Even with the chemistry behind them, it's like surf. You really have to find that wave where everybody is just like nail it and it's just beautiful, and then boom, it's done. That's the records. Outside of struggle yourself finding the perfections and being stuck in the studio forever and always been disappointed at some point because it's fucking important. You release the records. There are so many bands. I hate that record. We should have never released that. But you have to release records that you're proud, that you will be forever proud. And I think that's the thing with every, EP, DP since the beginning. It was that direction of do something that you guys love, and then just if people just dig it, it's cool, and they dig it because it's fun.
And it's funny that you say that because like we always try to write songs that we like for sure, but we always try to kind of dial into like, well, what is really what's happening right now in the music world that kind of vibes with everything that's going on. And if any of us are connected to that, or we hear something, that's kind of like in the scene that's popular, and we're kind of like, oh man, like for the longest time, like I never really was into like Post Malone and stuff like that in the beginning, but like over longevity, I started kind of picking up on like some of the like R&B elements in his music, and um kind of just seeing, like there's a dynamic there that's happening. Even if I don't like the music, so to speak, there's dynamics there that I can kind of study and bring back into my own. So that's what we try to do. Just pick and choose like the things that we like that are kind of happening and evolving together with the music, obviously in today's modern world. But the funny thing is, you're right, because we did stay stuck in the studio with Balance, man. It took us 4 years to get the Balance album out. And it was just one of those things where, like, dude, how long are we going to take to keep going back and making this better and making that better? And then at the end of the day, it's still like it's got good songs on it, but the stuff that we just released, with Replicas and like Collapse, like these songs they just feel like they knocked those songs out of the water. So it's like Balance album what? So you just that I think
Yeah.
unfortunately that's just the part of being a musician. You just have to accept it and move on and write better music as you grow.
Yeah, it's so true, and it's the learning process, which can be painful in a way, but it drives you to do always better, and that's the case. It's weird because there's so many bands that their first records and like maybe their two, three first records, they're amazing, and then they lost their self. And now there's so many bands like you just growing up. It's getting just fucking better. It's really cool to see that, and we're not in a scene that people are maybe less fucked up than know what's how hard it is on the road and everything. So Ben take it more seriously in a way and more professional, and that's what we have. And I think it's the case with you guys. That's what the image show us. It's really professional, and people know they're gonna have something that you work your ass off.
Yeah, like we definitely this time around, man, we definitely did not slack off. We took the initiative. It was kind of like the universe was saying, "Hey, you're not doing it like you want to do it on your own. It's time to find a producer. it's time to start shopping yourself to labels and like really trying to like take that leap. And it's almost like as soon as we pulled the trigger and stepped into like, all right, we're gonna try to do this the right way instead of, you know, pinching pennies and staying home and doing it all ourselves. Like as soon as we did that, everything kind of started like moving in the right direction. And I'll be the first one to tell you, like when the guys were talking, like, "Oh, Balance album, it just really isn't that good, man," and blah blah. I would always get mad and be like, "Y'all are crazy. Those songs are good, man. Like I like those songs." And then now that we have all these new songs that we just did with Sahaj in Indiana, like, by the way, he's an amazing producer. He worked with Starset. He works with Johnny Hawkins from Nothing More. Like, his band is Raw, you know, the Sun God. So, like, Sahaj just locked into all of those elements that we were like, these are the things that we want to make, we want to incorporate into our sound. And he kind of just was like, I think I got it. I feel it. And then because, you know, because we kind of came to the table with all these chemicals, he just mixed them into this like concoction and was like, there it is. And I feel like the new era of breathing theory has begun, you know?
It's cool. I like it, man. It's it's always pushing yourself further with a project like that. And like I said, there's a lot of originality. So there was a lot of try. So you're finding, the way of finding a way that it's really working for everybody. So, the magic happened there.
Yeah. And the tricky thing about, you know, recording with Sahaj was he said, don't write full songs. And every time we've ever done recording, it was always like, all right, we'll go ahead and put your songs together and then come up, you know, come to me and let's try to figure it out from there. And this time his method was like, just give me a chorus and a verse and then we'll flow off that. And honestly, the magic that happens whenever you're just taking that chorus and that verse and just flowing off of that, like there was like a there was just like an in the moment kind of spontaneous magic that came out of that, and we think that's kind of like that's kind of like the secret code to writing songs, you know what I mean? So yeah, learning
It's like it's unlocking a secret level where you're like, okay, every answer is there. We just go there and it's bang.
yeah, we pretty much it's almost like we had all the tools that we needed. We just needed like the instructor to kind of be like, hey, this is how we should put this together. And if you just follow and you kind of help make the best decisions at every turn as far as putting the song together, like hands down, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna write a banger. You're gonna write a song that people are like, that's a great song. And that little bit of spark of like not overthinking it too much and just kind of going with what feels natural in the moment, it makes it feel natural forever, you know? I think so.
It's fucking cool. And with the pandemic, a lot of people got more times and they listened to more music and they got aware of their scene around them. Did you felt that there was more people discovering you for the last year and a half?
We actually, because of the pandemic, um we kind of just started working on music and content. Like I will honestly say we kind of went dormant. You know, I mean, we were obviously posting stuff, but we were kind of just like hibernating and like we were kind of like hibernating while we were like in the lab putting all these things together. Um, and I gotta say for us, even though there were like those like hibernating points where we were like, what are we doing besides putting music together, we still knew like what our plan was, and we just kind of kept moving towards that plan little by little. And then it all literally it all kind of like fell into place as we were moving that direction. So I don't want to say that as far as the whole pandemic goes, man, we just the main thing that sucks is we didn't get to play as many shows as we wanted to. I
Yeah.
mean, and then now that we are signed and we're trying to get back on tour, um, like obviously the world's kind of in a weird place right now. So, you
Yeah.
know, trying to work around that.
It's I'm really positive. Maybe I'm naive, but I think that we're kind of the last, the last mile of the course, because a lot of shows gonna happen in 2022, more international shows, because there was a lot of local shows. But I think the tests passed, because there's full arena, and it's there's no explosion or anything. So I think it's just a matter of time. We're just getting back slowly at it, but yeah, I think it's gonna be better. And like I said, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be surprised the amount of people, new faces that gonna show up, that just discover you guys and ready for the new material.
Yeah, and honestly, it kind of worked out in our favor, because COVID and the pandemic kind of slowed everything down, and we went dormant, so we were like just kind of sitting idle, and then all of these things started kind of happening. So now, like, all this new music is out. We have ads running. The label is pushing stuff. So now it's just like we're like back in business and things are moving forward. And it was almost like the shutdown and stuff was like the just setting us up for like, hey, we're coming back online. And then now there is like, honestly, man, I looked at the replicas video today and there was like 120,000 views. And I think 3 days ago it was at 100,000 views. So it's
Wow,
definitely, we're definitely getting some traction now. So we are cooking with gas.
that's cool, man. We really hope to see you around Canada. Of course, Quebec too, man.
Yeah, we wanna get back on tour, man, and take that step. That step is the next step, where you see us out with bigger bands, bigger names, and doing everything as professional as possible. That's what we want to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that gonna happen quickly. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure next time that we're gonna talk, you're gonna be, man, that's crazy. We went on tour with, and and congratulations. I know you worked your ass. For people at home that want to help you out, how's the best way to directly encourage you guys? There will be merch, a shirt, CDs, vinyl, whatever.
So we're gonna be doing like some shirt giveaways and stuff. So make sure you're following us on Facebook. You're following us at the official Breathing Theory. Not the there's like one that we made way back in the day and never used. But if you're on the right Breathing Theory, it'll be up to date. You'll see like all new pictures of like the replicas, video shoot, all that stuff. I do believe that's official Breathing Theory official. I don't know. I always get them backwards, man. But if you're following us on Instagram, if you're listening to us on Spotify, you're helping. We're gonna do. I think we're gonna have CDs and stuff out. I think we'll have CDs and stuff out come next. I'm hoping like the full album and everything drops by like next spring or something. But I don't know. Just keep up on all your music platforms, Breathing Theory, everything, everywhere. We even have a TikTok page, man. So just
Do you
follow it
dance?
all.
Do you guys dance?
Well, I won't be dancing, but I'm probably gonna be posting some cover videos here soon, where I'll just do like certain songs because I like them. I don't know.
Yeah, I've got like the TikTok thing, and it seems like everybody is dancing. The pandemic made everybody good dancer.
Yeah, it's almost like every TikTok video is like you just got to learn this dance and do this. Okay, there's that the Kiki dance where you get out of the car or
Guys,
something.
it'll be way better, man. The music is way better. I'm telling you that.
Exactly.
So first of all, again, thank you for your time and generosity. I mean, that project, like I said, I'm following you guys since a couple of years. I like it. So it was first of all a huge honor, but yeah, I can't wait to see the reaction of people. From what I heard, it's crazy. You guys deserve it. What's gonna happen? And can't wait to see you around Canada and Quebec, man. And we're gonna do a special on you guys, of course, in a couple of weeks. So make sure we send all the links and details. We're not a podcast show. We're live in the studio in CKRL 89.1 FM. So make sure I'm sending all the fucking details. And thank you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Like you guys are a big help, like just helping us connect with more listeners and kind of bring that personal level back to the fans and stuff. So I definitely appreciate it. Like hopefully the next time we connect, we are talking about some really big stuff happening. So
The thing
let's
is that main radio, they're always playing the same fucking songs. And on weekend, it's always like the 80s rock or the 80s rock, 70s rock. And it's always the same fucking song every hour, every day of the week.
it
So,
is
we're
it's
lucky to.
I was gonna say it's literally like every time you turn on the rock radio station, you're just like, wow, they played all of these songs yesterday.
Yeah. So
I don't
I'm
know.
lucky to be able to play you guys because it's refreshing, and that's what people need. When I was talking about originality and everything, people are tired and they need new generation of band. And I think the pandemic was the thing. Everybody's ready for new stuff, and people have to evolve. So man, I'm so lucky. And people love it, man. We play some old school stuff too, but it's a balance. We can play new stuff
Yeah,
too. It's good.
I love it. I just love that you guys are exposing the song and playing it for people that probably wouldn't know about us, otherwise. So that's awesome. Definitely love that.
It's weird because and surreal because I've been doing this for 13 years. We just celebrate our 13th anniversary a couple of weeks ago, and the
That's
thing is, at first when we started up, it was a classical punk rock show of the 80s, and then it evolved. And since I love metal and everything, it connect to many styles, and it's a transgender show. We have band from every style that are willing to give me some time. So I'm like, man, of course we're gonna play you. And people are way more open mind now that back in the days. So it's cool, man, to see that we're still able to do that with radio behind us and having crazy band like you guys.
well, hopefully the next time we follow up, both of us have just so much stuff going on. It's just blowing up. But like I said, man, I think the world is starting to everything's coming back online. So hopefully it's all up from here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people gonna realize how important that people did realize how important music is. So yeah, they're gonna not take things for granted anymore.
Yeah, especially the live shows. You after like a year after watching all of your shows get taken away from you for like a year, I think that starts to like really agitate people where they're like, all right, enough is enough. I want to see some live music. And we're just coming back on right in that mix when it's like, hey, music's coming back, come see a show. It's like perfect timing, I think.
You're right. You're right. Amen. Thank you so much. I know you have an interview at 9, so I'm right on time. Thank you for your generosity. And
You're
make sure we're going to do. I'm sure, Doug, they didn't warn you. You're stuck in a false contract that doesn't exist, that you never signed, that you come back as many times as you.
Well, yeah. Next time we do this, I'll just make sure we have plenty of time to talk about everything. So
Yeah, because there's a lot of things to talk. The scene around you guys and the band you play with. So next time, but thank you so much, and make sure we're gonna do a special and follow you guys. And people go fucking just like their Facebook page and
like
internet
it,
and everything.
share it, love it, show everybody. But thank you, man. Thank you for having us. We will see you soon.
Hell yeah!
Take care,
Cheers,
man.
brother. Bye bye.
Bye.